Can you hear me? My mic's all good?
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome in to Ann Arbor, Michigan for tonight's NCAA Division I Women's Soccer Championship, Game 1 of it between the Michigan Wolverines and the Bowling Green Falcons. You know, I should have mentioned in my intro, of course, it's the Women's Soccer Championship, Women's Soccer Cup. We're not at the championship. We are only in round 1, but we are set for a fantastic game. The Wolverines off a hot championship run in the Big Ten playoffs. I've been with them all season, seeing them play Penn State twice here. We've seen a lot of good soccer from these young women, and we should be seeing a great night tonight. Kickoff just now. The Wolverines will start with the ball. And they're already cycling in the back zone. Gonna go Martin to Nikki Hernandez. Tonight, I'm alongside Ryan Dolson. Ryan, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing amazing. It is a cold night in Ann Arbor, but let me tell you, there's no place I'd rather be right now.
Agreed. It is chilly. So the Wolverines get their first shot off. A save made by the Bowling Green goaltender. Sorry for not introducing you immediately.
Hey, it totally
there.
happens. It totally happens. Emotions, excitement, everything's runing high.
It's an exciting
Everything's
night.
running high except for temperatures, it would seem.
Yes, the temperature. Well, that's low. That's to be debated how high that's running. Ball back in play. Wolverines tussling for it at the midfield. Strategakis, one of the stars of the Wolverines, she'll take it into the zone, send it away to Daniel Wolfe. Danny Wolfe shoots. It's high over the net.
I gotta say, I'm very excited for this game, especially how excellently Michigan played during the Big Ten Championship playoff tournament. Great win against Penn State, as you mentioned, at home, plus 2 solid wins against, one second, I have it in my notes here. Two solid wins, a 4-1 victory against Purdue, and a 1-0 victory in the championship against Rutgers.
Yeah, and that Rutgers win, a big one for the Wolverines. You know, their first win in quite a few years, the Big Ten Championship. Ball back in play. And Strategakis will have it. She's dribbling with it now, looking for options. Strong pressure from the Bowling Green Falcons defense.
Whistle's going to be blown.
And Falcon faithful are not too happy with the call. They're letting the referee know. Right now, ball is going to be given back to the Wolverines. Riley Loftman will take it. She kicks it. She'll pass it over to Nikki Hernandez. Hernandez dribbling up, sends it over to Loftman once again. Loftman to the front to Strategakis. Strategakis fumbles with the ball. The Falcons will recover it as they lose it back to the feet of Loftman. Once again, we're at the lip of the box. Wolverine, they're going to swing it back to the midfield, let their defense play with it to Allie Martin. Martin sends it over to Sydney Shepard. Shepard's going to send it in. She'll pass it off to 7, Meredith Hackinson.
So unfortunate there a second ago. Michigan had really great look at the goal, but just tragically could not get a shot off, fumbling with the ball a little bit, and 2 Bowling Green defenders right on her.
Absolutely. The Wolverines still going around the horn with the ball on the outside, looking to make a break towards the net. Ball is going to cross in front of the net. Bowling Green Falcon defenders miss it, but the Wolverines miss it too, and Bowling Green will recover with the ball. A little bit of tussling there between Loftman and the Bowling Green defender. Ball back at the midfield as the Wolverines swing it around. And Riviere will send it deep to the Wolverines, back to Riviere. Now the ball comes back out to Hackinson. Hackinson dribbling right now around Bowling Green defender. She'll have it kicked away by a Falcon. Falcons today in all white uniforms. The Wolverines in all blue. The Falcons goaltender in neon green. For the Wolverines, Hillary Beal in maize and blue. Wolverines recover the ball at the midfield. They're swinging it around the horn right now. They're still playing with it at the midfield. Bowling Green right now playing a strong defensive formation. player on player, and quite tight too, where the Wolverines have dominated in terms of possession so far. They haven't been able to get much happening down in the Bowling Green zone. Again, still at it, still hanging out with it at the midfield, looking to make some moves around Bowling Green defenders. A pass to Meredith Hackinson, and she looks to tip it off to Riviere. It's errant. It will go out. Bowling Green ball at the midfield.
We're going to toss it in. Go straight to the person who threw it in.
Right back, and now the Wolverines recover the ball at the midfield. Playing with it now is Layson, Emily Layson for the Wolverines. Nikki Hernandez is going to get a foot on the ball. She'll send it to Aaliyah Martin. Martin at the midfield now, sending it back up to Hernandez.
Fortunately, going to go through the legs of Hernandez there.
Yeah, Bowling Green almost had it for a minute. They lose the ball, but they regain it, and they'll punt it way down the field. Number 9 for the Falcons. It's going to be Nikki Cox making a fast break for it. She doesn't get to it on time. It heads out. Wolverine ball recover. Skylar Anderson will make the throw-in to Emily Layson. Layson sends it back to Anderson. Anderson up the field, but it's errant. It's going to be recovered by a Falcon. Falcons with the ball now deep in the Wolverine zone. Errant pass turned over by the Wolverines. Wolverines right now fighting for it at the midfield with the
another whistle blown.
Falcons player. Yeah, foul there on a Falcon, knocking a Wolverine down. The Wolverines bring the ball back into play quickly. Riviere is going to take it way down the midfield, far side of the field. She's looking to cut into the box. Doesn't have what it takes. Falcon defender takes the ball away, but quickly turns it back over to the Wolverines. Hackinson looking to make her way in towards the net. She'll pass it out.
Going to go way over the net and out of bounds right there.
A shot attempt by Loftman. Nothing on net yet for the Wolverines. 2 shots for Michigan to Bowling Green's 0 right now. No corner kicks for either team.
Bowling Green really has not had a whole lot of control of the ball over on Michigan's half. They've been playing defense mostly the whole game, but you know, it is still early. Hopefully I did not jinx ourselves right there.
Wolverines, I have to agree, they have been playing a strong start to the game right now. Ball is kicked in. Bowling Green recovers. The Bowling Green defender with the ball. It goes out. She'll toss it in. And toss in. It's kicked to a Wolverine. The Wolverines recover at half field. With the ball is Stratigakis. She sends it over to 7 Hackinson, who's going to send it to 14 Danielle Wolfe. Bing bong off each other's feet right now. Ball is back at the feet of Hackinson as she looks to make a move. She'll send it over to 2 Jade Riviere.
You know, it's great that Michigan's playing a really aggressive offense right now, because that was really one of their biggest keys to victory all throughout the Big Ten tournament. So if they can manage to keep that up, I'd say that it would
absolutely. That game against Penn State, their offensive drive absolutely helped them against a slower Penn State team. I don't know if we're seeing a repeat of that right now. Bowling Green playing much stronger defensively, keeping the Wolverines to the outside. If they attempt to get a shot off, it's going to go to the left, I believe. Shooting that ball there was Danny Wolfe.
Bowling Green goalie going to take the ball here after it rolls out.
She'll get the kick in. Wolverine faithful making some noise in the stands right now. Pretty good turnout given just how cold it is today at the UM Soccer Complex. Here's the kick. Recovered by the Wolverines, specifically Nikki Hernandez. She'll lose control of the ball as Bowling Green looks to punt it out. It does not make it. Meredith Hackinson will recover. She'll send it to 17, Emily Layson.
Back into Wolverine territory for a moment.
Yeah, they're cycling with it at the midfield. Skylar Anderson looking to make a move into the zone. She'll give it over to 14, Danny Wolfe. Wolfe sends it out. It's going to be a throw-in for Bowling Green deep in their zone. Ball's thrown in. Bowling Green going to send it to a defender just at the lip of the goal, or the box rather. She looks to punt it out. Recovered by the Wolverines at the midfield. Skylar Anderson is going to get it sent over to Jade Riviere on the far side, my right side. Wolverines with control. Skylar Anderson is going to send it back in the zone to Aaliyah Martin. She looks to send it up to Stratigakis. Stratigakis doing what she does best, moving around those defenders, creating some space for herself right now. Looks to send it way upfield to Skylar Anderson. Does she have it before it goes out? She does. She sends it in towards the net. Ball comes back to her just outside the box. Absolutely doing a great job creating space for herself. She looks to punt it in off the legs. The Bowling Green defender. Bowling Green doing a fantastic job again of keeping the ball outside of that box.
It is very interesting. They are keeping Michigan. The ball has been pretty much almost entirely on the Bowling Green side, but Michigan really has just not had many good looks at it.
Michigan with its first corner kick of the game. Sent in. Nothing's going to come of it. Looks like it hit off the head of a Wolverine, but bounced in the wrong direction. On the kick was Stratigakis. Wolverine's going to recover the ball at about the midfield. Jade Riviere making her way down there. She'll send it to Aaliyah Martin, swinging it over. Martin will swing it back to Riviere, who looks to create some space for herself, moving towards the lip of the box. They'll send it back over to the side.
Very windy here, to say the least.
It is very windy. My papers just got blown over. Sorry about that.
Gotta wonder how much the cold and maybe the wind could potentially be affecting either team.
Absolutely. And, you know, it's very likely that it has a great play. Wolverine's going to get a shot off. That's the best shot they've had this game.
Gonna go straight into the hands of the Bowling Green goalie.
Bowling Green's goaltender making a solid save there. The Wolverines setting themselves up at the lip of the box for a nice kick, a nice play. Not enough of what they need, but you can expect that if they keep getting chances like that off, we'll have a goal eventually from the Wolverines. 33 minutes remaining in the first half, so we're about 12 minutes in here. Bowling Green ball at midfield.
Referee whistle there. Seemed a bit too much shoving on the Michigan side there for a moment. Bowling Green players still getting set up.
And taking this kick for the Falcons is Mackenzie Gruber. Raises her hand to signal that a kick is incoming. She's going to send it all the way to the box. Impressive kick from the Falcons. Leads to an opportunity in front of the net. The ball will be high. Bowling Green's first shot on net. Their fans very happy about that. It's high, it's good if it's a field goal. Not enough for a goal in soccer.
Definitely Bowling Green's best look they've had all game. Of course, still early, but I'm sure the fans very excited about that one, as they should be.
They're happy. That ball, of course, knocked off a Wolverine. Bowling Green can have its first corner kick of the game after Michigan just had its first just a minute ago.
Referee gonna blow the whistle for a moment.
Looks like they're gonna take a reset. Referee heading towards the player for Bowling Green that is about to take the corner kick. A little word there. She'll move the ball just to the right. A tiny change of placement won't make too much of a difference. Here's the kick. It's high. It bounces off a Wolverine, and Hackinson is able to get her foot on it, send it out of the zone back to the midfield. Recovered by a Bowling Green defender. They're going to send it back into the box where a few Bowling Green forwards remain. Tussle for it. Wolverines will ultimately recover. Running with the ball now is Nikki Hernandez upfield. Loftman over to Hernandez. Hernandez with the ball on the left side of the field, now into the Bowling Green zone, about halfway there. She's going to have the ball taken from her by a Bowling Green defender. Bowling Green, number 29 for the Falcons, with the ball. Looks to punt it into the Wolverine zone. It's headed off by 21 Sydney Shepard.
Seems nobody can seem to take definitive control of the ball right now. It has been nonstop chaos for the past minute or two.
Yeah, Wolverines still with the ball right now. Anderson going to swing it over to Aaliyah Martin. Martin swings it to Sydney Shepard. Shepard now. Ball finally crosses the midfield line, and it's back into the Wolverine zone as ball heads back to Aaliyah Martin once again. A Martin, a playmaker on the field. You'll see her with the ball a lot as the Wolverines look to reset as they swing it around the horn. Finally, we get the ball going up. Strategakis has it deep into Falcon territory. She's got 3 defenders on her. They punt it back. However, on defense, Martin always there. She'll recover the ball once again as the Wolverines play with it at the midfield. Making a fast break with it now is Hernandez. Hernandez coming down. She'll take it all the way. Gets a quick shot off. Nothing the Bowling Green goaltender can't handle.
Definitely not the clearest shot on goal. Ball went a little to the left of it, but
that's going to be the Wolverines' 4th shot of the game. Ball is kicked in by the Bowling Green goalie. Wolverines recover, specifically Hernandez. She sends it over to Danny Wolfe. Wolfe back to Layson. Layson swings it way over to, I believe, number 7. Hard to see the numbers from here. Hackinson. Hackinson doing her thing with it on the far side of the field from where we're sitting. Shot off from the Wolverines. It's high.
Great look, but an even more impressive jump by the Bowling Green goalie to stop anything from happening there.
Absolutely. Great save by her there. That kick coming from almost corner kick territory. Here's the punt from the Bowling Green goaltender. Wolverine will get her head on it first, but Bowling Green ultimately recovers the ball, and they're going to punt it deep into Wolverine territory where Jade Riviere is chasing after it. She'll recover it, but she'll send it out under pressure where we'll have a Bowling Green throw in deep in Wolverine territory.
A little under 29 minutes left in the half. Michigan is still 4 shots on goal. The Bowling Green's 1. Both teams with 1 corner kick so far.
Most importantly, 0-0 the score. Ball back in play. It's going to be headed in. Wolverine's going to get her head on it, excuse me. Wolverines recover the ball after some sneaky moves from Strategakis. Now running up with it is number 14, Danny Wolfe. She's got it. She's taking it deep into Falcon territory, and she is on the far side from where we're looking. Outside the box. Looks to make a pass. It's intercepted. Bowling Green Falcons punt it out, however. Jade Riviere recovers, takes it back in about halfway into their zone between there and the midfield. With the ball now is Meredith Hackinson. She passes it through 2 Bowling Green defenders, and it's a give and go. She's going to get the ball back, running into the box. Gets a shot off, but not deflected by a Bowling Green defender. Again, they've been doing a fantastic job keeping that ball outside of the box, outside of these direct shots on goal.
They are definitely, playing very strong defensively. Michigan has, got an aggressive offense. They just can't seem to get too many good looks on goal. Can't seem to get right down the middle, right in the box like they need to.
And it looked like for a moment there Hackinson was on the ground. Hopefully she's not too injured. She is up now. Corner kick for the Wolverines coming in. And the Bowling Green defender will get her head on it. It's going to bounce back out of the box. Ball being fought for in the box right now.
And a Wolverine goal. Take a lead. 27 minutes left in the half.
Michigan gets the first goal of the game off of a corner kick where the ball was bouncing around in the box for a bit. And finally, I believe that's going to be Skylar Anderson that got her foot on it. I'm not totally sure. We'll have to check those stats for you. It's a far look tonight, and it's from the distance. Hard to tell. I don't want to give you the wrong information. Wolverines, however, strike first. They're on the board. It's 1-0 over the Bowling Green Falcons, who right now having a team meeting down by the goal.
Michigan's, like I said, aggressive offense finally pays off. They're able to get some good looks, and Bowling Green just cannot keep up, tragically. And like you said, it is very hard to be able to tell which jerseys are which numbers are which, and it's pitch black night in Ann Arbor. The dark blue jerseys can tend to blend in just a tad.
Just a tad. All right, so that goal coming from Meredith Hackinson. So number 7, not number 5, my correction there. So Hackinson strikes first for the Wolverines. We're 1-0 with 25 minutes remaining in the first half here from the Soccer Complex against the Bowling Green Falcons, a rival just down in Ohio.
Gonna go through the legs of both the Michigan defender and Bowling Green player there.
The Wolverines with the ball, they won it off the draw. Now with it is Jade Riviere. She'll send it up to number 14, Danny Wolfe. Wolfe passing it over to Stratigakis. Stratigakis looking for Skylar Anderson. She won't find her there. The ball goes back into the Wolverine territory.
There go the papers yet again.
Our papers are flying all over the place right now.
We mentioned it was a windy night.
We do not have it under control very well here.
We are trying our best.
From the Soccer Complex. A Wolverine and a Falcon tussling for the ball at the midfield. They're going to collide. Foul ruled against the Wolverines. Bowling Green gets the ball. Bowling Green kick into the box. So Wolverine will get her head on it. But Bowling Green quickly recovers the ball. Kick off the foot of number 8 will be wide to the right of the net from our vantage point. That's going to be Bowling Green's second shot of the game. Nothing Hillary Beal had to worry about. It was quite wide. The Wolverines now with the ball deep in their zone. Passing it around, swinging it around the horn. It's going to be on the far side, sent over. And they're taking their time with it, looking to make a play happen. Whistle's going to be blown as Riley Loftman is knocked over by a Bowling Green Falcon. Have the ball placed just at about midfield. Wolverines don't do too much with it just yet. They're still dribbling it around, looking to make something happen.
Bowling Green will Falcons take control of the ball.
Falcons take control on an errant pass. And they're doing what they've been doing all game, which is a lot of long distance kicks. They send it down. Wolverine defense recovers. Aaliyah Martin, will recover the ball. She'll start setting things up for the Wolverines. Now Loftman with the ball. Loftman sends it back to Martin. Martin sends it up to Nikki Hernandez. Nikki Hernandez about halfway into the Falcon zone now. She's going to send it off to Stratigakis. Stratigakis making some room, sends it to Skylar Anderson. Anderson with the ball. She's going to send it back to Sydney Shepard.
Bowling Green going to manage to avoid a potential catastrophe there.
Bowling Green recovers the ball after a little bit of foot play from the Wolverines. Wolverines, however, they get the kick back in their end as they swing it around the horn and reset. Stratigakis with the ball. Right now she's going to send it up to Nikki Hernandez. Hernandez looking for the give and go. She gets it. She's got the ball heading into the top of the box. Loses the ball.
Bowling Green going to handle that one very steadily.
Absolutely. A strong play from them there. They've got the ball at midfield. Bowling Green's number 20 will kick it down into the Wolverine zone. Beal just scoops it up. Real easy. She'll send it over to Sydney Shepard to start things off for the Wolverines this drive. Shepard passes it off in a long kick way down the field.
Wolverines will manage to get there, though.
Getting there is 18, Riley Loftman. Ball goes out on a Bowling Green defender. It's going to be a throw-in for the Wolverines. Again, great job by Loftman being there for that ball, receiving it. Throw-in will be received by Loftman. She passes it back to the thrower. Swinging it back is Jade Riviere with the ball right now. She's going to make some space, pause for a moment. She's about halfway into the Bowling Green zone. She's finds number 14, Danny Wolfe, open. Wolfe shot on net, recovered by the Bowling Green goalie.
About 21 and a half minutes left in the half. Michigan maintains a steady 1-0 lead over the Bowling Green Falcons. Michigan with 6 shots on goal and 2 corner kicks, compared to Falcons 1 corner kick and 2 shots on goal, I believe.
And that's all with 21 minutes remaining in the first half. Now entering the game for the Wolverines is number 3, Sammy Woods. Playmaker on her own. We'll see how she does under the pressures of the NCAA tournament.
Bit of hesitation for a moment there.
Wolverines have the ball in the Bowling Green zone. Going to get a shot off. Nothing happens with it.
Just going to go right over the Michigan player's head, tragically. Looking for the headbutt that tragically sailed just over.
The Wolverines will recover the ball at half field on a throw-in after the Bowling Green defense managed to boot it out. Just drifted a little bit to the left, went out. Throw-in from midfield. Wolverines in possession now. With the ball is Aaliyah Martin. Martin finds Nikki Hernandez in the middle of the field, about halfway into Bowling Green's field position. With the ball now, Skylar Anderson recovers it.
She's going to take a shot on net that is blocked by a Bowling Green defender.
Shot's blocked, it goes wide, but that means we have our 3rd Michigan corner kick of the game.
They're going to loft a pass in there. Bowling Green will kick it straight back to the outside corner there.
Back to the outside corner. Another corner kick, I believe, for the Michigan Wolverines.
Going to be the 4th one on the night.
Or no, excuse me, it's a throw-in.
Oh, apologies.
Yeah, my bad there too. My bad for having a cough here too tonight. I'm sorry about that. Nothing you can do about that. Wolverines don't make anything happen there. Bowling Green goaltender recovers the ball and she'll have it.
I gotta say though, Wolverines are doing a great job tonight maintaining almost just complete control of the game. Bowling Green has really not had too much time on the offense and really have not gotten too many good looks on goal so far.
Absolutely. Bowling Green's possession time has been minimal at best. However, they do have control of the ball right now, and they're making a rush with it.
Nothing will come of it. Ball will loft out of bounds.
Rolls out of bounds. Beal recovered the ball with the Wolverines with 18 minutes remaining in the first half. And we're going to have a substitution for the Falcons. So number 10 enters the game, replacing number 23. Number 10, Ruby Linton, a senior from London, England. Beal gets rid of the ball. She's going to pass it over to Martin, who immediately passes it to Sydney Shepard. Ball now makes its way to the midfield. Wolverines fighting with the Falcons for the ball. Falcon faithful not excited with the lack of a call. Very displeased. And tussling forward on the sidelines about halfway into the Michigan zone. Ball goes out of bounds. It's called against the Wolverines. Bowling Green will have a throw-in. Number 20 for the Falcons throws it in. but upon the throw-in, number
A whistle
21.
is going to be called there.
It's a foul against a Falcon. Wolverines will recover the ball, and Aaliyah Martin will kick it from just the lip of the goal. Wolverines with the ball in their end, looking to cross into the Falcons' end to Sydney Shepard, and she does with a successful pass to Sammy Woods. Woods gives it back. Ball heads over to Meredith Hackinson's feet. Hackinson with the goal earlier. Wolverines will get a shot from far out off. It's going to come off the feet of Sammy Woods, I believe, and it's high over the net.
Apologies, but yeah, like I said, just going to be a little too high. Bowling Green goalie going to take it. About 16 minutes left in the half. Michigan still holding on to a 1-0 lead. Bit of a tussle there on the goalie throw-in. Thankfully, everyone will appear to walk away unharmed.
Michigan recovers the ball, passing it around in their zone, however. Bowling Green defender gets her foot on it. She'll send it up to the midfield where we're going to have a foot race. Aaliyah Martin gets there first. She sends it to Beal. Beal sends it back to Martin. Martin is going to send it over to Skylar Anderson. Anderson will manage to get the ball out of the Wolverines zone with the pass to Sammy Woods. Sammy Woods takes it back in, and the ball's back at the feet of Martin at the midfield. Into the Falcons zone come the Wolverines once again. With the ball now is Jade Riviere. She gets it off her feet.
Some fancy footwork there.
Absolutely. Very fancy footwork. Ends up back in the feet of Jade Riviere. She's going to pass it off to Emily Layson.
Another whistle called yet again on the Falcons.
Another foul on the play. The Wolverines quickly get it off their feet. Back with the ball now. And fighting to get in front of the net. It's Meredith Hackinson once again. Hackinson unable to keep the control of the ball on her feet. She'll lose it to a Bowling Green defender. Bowling Green's going to kick it way downfield, and we've got a foot race between Skylar Anderson, the Bowling Green offensive player for the ball.
Another whistle called.
And we've got some pushing and shoving on the field between number 9 of the Falcons and number 4 of the Wolverines, as both fall to the ground. Number 4 of the Wolverines, of course, being Aaliyah Martin, the playmaker.
Getting some rowdy calls from both ends of the field. Bit of confusion on the situation. And a yellow card, 2 yellow cards.
2 yellow cards issued in this play, of course. Aaliyah Martin, if you're a Wolverine fan, not a player you want to see receiving a yellow card in this game. She's absolutely a playmaker on the back end for the Wolverines. And things just got a little excited. A little bit of a tussle back there as the two fell and started pushing each other.
Things are certainly getting a little heated on the sidelines for the fans.
Fans very into the game. We've got 14:08 remaining in the first. Martin has the ball at the top of the Wolverines' goal. She'll pass it off. The ball now is Jade Riviere. She looks upfield, passes errant, intercepted by Bowling Green. They're going to punt it deep into the Michigan zone, where Bowling Green successfully recovers the ball. They'll lose control of the ball, however.
Ball is going to be thrown in.
Wolverine kicks it out. Falcon throw in. It is eventually punted towards the net. Beal doesn't need to do too much, however, as the Wolverines get a foot on it. The ref calls a foul, giving the Wolverines the ball. Bowling Green faithful not happy at all about that call.
You gotta wonder just how many whistles have been called in the past 5 minutes even.
There have been quite a few in the Bowling Green faithful. Again, they're not having it right now. Wolverines with the ball just past midfield. Looking to create some space.
Both teams playing some aggression out there.
Absolutely. The ball back to Martin. Martin's going to send it up looking for Hernandez. The pass does not make it there. It's punted out by a Falcon. The Wolverines recover, however. Sydney Shepard has the ball halfway into the Michigan zone now. She's playing it. She's got Martin open to her left. She'll use her. Martin going to swing it around the horn to Skylar Anderson. Anderson pushed down by a Falcon player. No call by the ref there. The Wolverine faithful not happy about. So Falcons, their best opportunity yet. Pass from the corner deep in the Michigan zone is caught easily by Hillary Beal. Another save for the Michigan senior.
Under 12 minutes left in the half. Bowling Green with 1 corner kick and only 2 shots on goal for the game so far, compared to Michigan's 8 shots and 3 corner kicks.
And those 8 shots paying off. Again, it's 1-0 Wolverines. So we tick down towards 10 minutes remaining in the first half. Ball at midfield now, a little bit of a tussle. Got a ref's attention. Ball is going to go.
Another whistle going to be blown, this time on the Wolverines.
Bowling Green will recover the ball about 20 meters outside of midfield. Kick is off deep into Michigan territory, but the Wolverines recover. They'll punt it back towards the midfield. Looking for it is Hernandez. Hernandez gets a foot on it, rainbows it over her head. But Bowling Green manages to recover the ball. It's going to go out on the Falcons. Michigan has a throw-in, throwing in for the Wolverines, number 5.
Or perhaps not?
No, perhaps not, excuse me. Looks like she's going to be subbed out of the game. We've got a lot of subs coming into the game for the Wolverines is number 15.
Some subs on both ends of the field, both Bowling Green and Michigan, going to make some changes.
Coming in for the Wolverines, number 15 and 23. Numbers 15 and 23 come in for Michigan. 15 is Sarah Bridenstine. She already has her feet on the ball off of a pass from Sydney Shepard. She'll send it over to Aaliyah Martin. Martin looking upfield for Nikki Hernandez. Hernandez with the ball, looking to cut it on the net, coming down the left side. Pass across, looking for the front of the net, is intercepted by a Bowling Green Falcon, but Michigan recovers. Bowling Green will have the ball. They'll kick it deep into the Michigan zone, where Leah Martin has the ball. She sends it over to Jade Riviera. Riviera under pressure, going to swing it way across the field over to number 7, Meredith Hackinson. Hackinson with the ball, sends it to her left to Riley Loftman. Loftman back to Riviera. Riviera passes it to Hernandez in a give and go, where Riviera recovers the ball. She'll send it way up the field to Sammy Woods. Sammy Woods with it deep in Bowling Green territory right now on the left side of the field, looking to make some play, send it to the front. She'll get a great look, kicking it across the front of the net. She was looking for a Michigan player, cutting right across.
None to be found.
None to be found. No one is there quite on time. But another great opportunity for the Michigan Wolverines, dominating in possession time again as well.
The Wolverine faithful getting very excited, very rowdy as we approach 8 minutes left in the half.
Ball is kicked out. Tussle forward at midfield. Recovered by Jade Riviere. She'll send it back into the Falcon zone. Michigan with it. About halfway into the zone now. A kick by Sammy Woods. Misses its intended target. It's going to dribble out by the far end of the bleachers. Deep into the Falcon zone. Falcons recover the ball, and they accidentally kick it out too. Another errant pass. So the Wolverines have it on the throw and deep into Falcon territory. Looking to create some time with it right now is Hackinson. Hackinson to Sydney Shepard. Sydney Shepard kicks it in. That's going to catch the top of the net and just high. What a shot.
Would have been an absolutely beautiful one. Just a little too much power on that. Looked like it went in for a moment, but...
Yeah, a great shot from the senior defenseman. Great look from high in the zone. It remains 1-0 with 7 minutes left in the first half. And it is a cold one. Ryan, how you doing?
I'm surviving. Wishing I wore some thicker socks.
All right, thicker socks. Good note. If we are back here next week, if Michigan wins, we will likely be back here next week at 6 p.m., same time, same place, WCBNsports.org, where you can check in on their championship ambitions. Of course, again, it depends on how this game goes, as long as it goes to plan for the Wolverines. 1-0 now, 6:30 remaining in the first half. Bowling Green has the ball about halfway into the Michigan zone. They're sending it around, their first true possession in quite some time. Wolverine defenders putting on the pressure on the back check. Things are going to get a little
aggressive there.
A little aggressive. We've got a whistle as a Falcon wraps her hands around Jade Riviere. She attempts to make a move. Riviere will move away. Aaliyah Martin comes in, sends the ball over to her partner in defense, partner in crime, Sydney Shepard. Shepard sends it up the field. Errant pass, however, kicked away by a Falcon back towards the Wolverines D, where they look to reset and recycle. Ball sent up now to Nikki Hernandez. Hernandez looking to make some plays. Ball is knocked away from her feet by a Falcon. Falcons recover deep in their zone. But we've got some fantastic forecheck from the Wolverines. Number 3, Sammy Woods, coming in hot. Almost manages to steal the ball away from a Falcons.
Not quite, though, but Michigan will take over possession once again. You mentioned a minute ago, if we win this game, Michigan will continue on to the tournament. The winner of this game will take on the winner of Wake Forest versus Harvard, who play on Sunday. Winner of this game and that game will, of course, play on Friday next week. Unsure if it will be the same time.
Time to be determined, but if the Wolverines are there, WCBN will be there as well. You can stay tuned to our Twitter page for more updates on that. Wolverines with the ball in the Falcon zone, deep in Falcon territory at the lisp of the box. And coming in with the ball, getting a shot off, Sydney Shepard.
Another great look on goal. Unfortunately, it will sail right into the goalie's hands. Excuse me.
Another strong save for her. That's going to bring the Wolverines up to 10 shots to Bowling Green's 2.
It really looked like, for a moment, about 10 minutes ago, it really looked like Bowling Green's offense was finally starting to figure something out, but it seems it has been all Michigan yet again tonight.
Really has. The Wolverines doing a fantastic job in terms of possession in the game. That said, the Falcons with the ball right now. They're kicking it around at the midfield, looking to make something happen. They're playing something that in hockey I'd say is quite akin to dump and chase. They're getting the ball, they're sending it deep into the Wolverine zone and trying to make something happen, hoping someone gets there first, beating out those Michigan defenders. Hasn't really worked yet. Right now, Bowling Green trying it again, recovered by Jade Riviere. She'll get a head on it. Ball is going to dribble back to Hillary Beal. Beal slowing things down, looking at the field. She'll send it over to Sydney Shepard. Shepard upfield. But the ball is recovered by a Falcon.
Bit of a blatant trip there on the Wolverines, I will admit.
Post interception of the ball. Yeah, wouldn't exactly call that a
subtle.
Yeah. So the Falcons with the ball now at midfield. They're going to get a kickoff as the rest of the team and the Wolverine defensive squad heads deep into Michigan territory. And it pays off as Jade Riviere gets, or excuse me, that was not Jade Riviere. Sydney Shepard gets her head on the ball. The 21 versus the 2. They get you sometimes. Michigan with the ball now, still deep in their zone, but looking to break out is Lily Farkas. She's carrying the ball up the left side, and she's going to get around 2 Bowling Green defenders before losing the ball. Bowling Green looks to get a punt off. They will. And they'll kick it out about to the midfield. Still controlling the ball, around 3 Michigan defenders right now is number 9 for Bowling Green. She's going to send it deep, looking for number 22.
Gonna box her out there.
Unable to get to the ball because of a fantastic job by Sydney Shepard boxing out the Bowling Green offensive player.
Under 2 minutes left in the half. Michigan, of course, maintains a 1-0 lead on Bowling Green thanks to a very aggressive offense. 10 shots on goal, as we said, compared to Bowling Green's 2. I mean,
and Bowling Green's little chances, too, coming when they only have 1 or 2 players downfield because they're playing this dump and chase version of soccer where they're just trying to beat out the Michigan Wolverine defense. It's come close to working a few times, but it hasn't given them the sustained opportunities that the Wolverines have seen so far in the game. 1:14 remaining. Wolverines controlling the ball deep in Falcon territory now. Dribbling around some players.
Referee gonna have to jump out of the way of that one.
Down to 1 minute remaining in the half. Wolverines still playing with the ball about in the middle of the Falcons' defensive zone. About 5 yards away from the lip of the goal. Looking to make something happen is number 7, Meredith Hackinson. She's controlling the ball in the corner right now, deep in Falcon territory, but quite far from the net. And this is something we've been seeing from the Wolverines quite a bit, where they've got the ball deep and they're controlling it, but they're unable to get it in front of the net because of that strong Bowling Green defense. Falcons doing a good job boxing out the Wolverines, keeping that ball away from the front of the net. As the clock ticks down, 15 seconds left in the first half. The ball dribbled out against the Wolverines. Bowling Green will kick it in as we wind down the first half. Nothing too eventful there. Ball's kicked in off a few foots, and our first half has concluded. Ryan Dolson, what did you just see? What you thinking right now?
I mean, Michigan looked in pretty solid, pretty steady control for, most of the half. I mean, anytime you manage to hold your opponent to 2 shots on goal compared to your 10, that is always successful, especially when you can get one of those shots to go in. Michigan holding on to a 1-0 lead coming into half. Really could not be happier with how they played. They played very strong offensively, although Bowling Green's defense was keeping them to the outside of the of offensively, but Michigan still managed to get some great looks, managed to keep pushing and pushing, and even get a shot in, which certainly can't complain about that.
Agreed. 1-0, the Wolverines up after 1 here in round 1 of the NCAA Women's Soccer Tournament. We'll be back for round 2 in just a few. Thanks for spending some time with WCBN Sports on your Friday night. We'll see you in just over 10 minutes. And hello again, everyone, and welcome back into the University of Michigan Soccer Stadium for Game 1, Round 1 of the Women's Soccer Championship Tournament here. NCAA Tournament. It is 1-0 Michigan over Bowling Green after one half. I'm Owen Crain, my partner today, Ryan Dolson. Ryan, we saw quite the first half. If you're Michigan, what do you want to keep the same? What do you want to change as you look to secure the win in this first round?
I definitely think you got to continue playing aggressive. Especially it showed me, Bowling Green really started to, I think, potentially claw their way back into the game. They were playing a little aggressive. They were playing a little angry, you might want to call it. Whistles being thrown around left and right. I think Michigan needs to keep up that energy. I think they got to keep up that aggressiveness. You got a 1-0 lead. You got so many shots on goal. I think you got to keep the ball on the offensive. Stop Bowling Green from getting good looks, which is what they've been doing all first half.
Absolutely. You and I were watching the same game. Michigan very strong offensively in terms of possession time, dominating. They did a great job there holding on to the ball, making sure that the Bowling Green Falcons didn't have a chance to control it for too long. And that's really what has given them the lead so far in this game. 15 seconds until we're back here. And Bowling Green, they had a few chances, but they just didn't have what it takes to get a goal with only 2 shots in the first half.
Nah, I mean, 1 corner kick that didn't really result in anything compared to Michigan's 3.
Mm-hmm.
They had a lot of opportunities, I thought, where it really looked like they could make something happen, but just nothing came of it. Either Michigan was there or just play fell apart on the Falcons' end.
And another thing to watch for, the Falcons, they play a lot of this dump and chase soccer, where they get the ball deep in their own end or at the midfield, and they're just going to kick it, punt it down deep into the Michigan zone and hope that they get a player there. That said, it is very hard to beat out Aaliyah Martin on the back end, and not too many Falcons players have had success with that. They've had a few opportunities, but nothing that turned in
anything really definitive.
Yeah, nothing that really resulted in a change to the scoreboard. Like I said, 1-0 Michigan over Bowling Green. 45 minutes have been put on the clock, and we are just moments away from the start the second half of round 1 of the NCAA Women's Soccer Championships.
I'll definitely also be hoping for a cleaner second half. We even, a lot of whistles, a lot of angry comments from fans. Even a yellow card or 2 was thrown out in that first half. Obviously you want to keep up that aggressive energy. It is a playoff game. It is win or go home, but I think some players are letting their emotions get the best of them, especially I think Bowling Green was the Falcons letting out some of the frustration in
I agree.
unclean ways, I suppose.
I agree. All right, Bowling Green set to start with the ball to start things off here in the second half. And these players look cold. It is a chilly night at the UM Soccer Complex, and we are underway in the second half. Bowling Green doing what they have done all game. Big kick down against Michigan. Beal going to recover the ball in net. Not much of a shot there.
Very interesting decision. Gave the ball right to the Michigan goalie and put control right in the Wolverines right to start out the half.
Agreed. You have to wonder what exactly they were going for there. And my best guess is, the chance that a weird bump, a little bit of luck, and you've got a tie game. Given that the shot, I'll call it a shot from half field. It was on net. Michigan has been controlling the ball since at about the half field, looking to make their way into Bowling Green's territory. With the ball now is 11, Lily Farkas. She looks to give it over to Stratigakis. Stratigakis gives it back to Farkas. Farkas back to Stratigakis. Stratigakis sends it to the Bowling Green goalie. She was looking for Danny Wolfe at the lip of the box, but didn't find her. Ball just rolled in towards Bowling Green's goaltender. She recovers. She's going to punt it towards the midfield.
The Michigan player, the Michigan offensive player, was also being very well defended there. Looked like sort of being boxed out of that pass, too.
In Bowling Green, they very strong on their offense, far stronger, defensively than offensively in that first half of the game. Michigan has the ball. They throw it in at the half field. Ball goes to Sydney Shepard. Shepard passes it up to Stratigakis. Stratigakis looking is going to find Meredith Hackinson at the midfield, and Hackinson's going to start to take it in for the Wolverines. She'll send it over to Lily Farkas. Farkas with the ball, looks to get a shot on net. It is high, leaves
A little to the left on our side, too, from our perspective at least.
high into the left. It's going to leave the playing surface. Bowling Green's goaltender will get a new ball, which he'll place one of the corners of the inner box.
You know, like you said, it is, I do believe Bowling Green's defense has been playing very strong all game, but problem is when you give Michigan such a big, you know, possession time, 10 shots on goal in the first half, I mean, there's only so much a defense can do.
Agreed. Michigan is one of those teams that they will keep chipping away at it, and they are bound to eventually find some luck, find the back of the net. They have so far. Again, it's 1-0, 42 minutes remaining in the second half here, and Michigan's got the ball
After
midway.
A whistle called yet again.
Yeah, another whistle. Michigan's got the ball, and they're going to have a chance right now. Driving towards the net was number 20, Nikki Hernandez. She was slide tackled by a Bowling Green defender. A strong play there, and Bowling Green kicked the ball out. It went out of bounds on the throw-in right now. Are the Wolverines. They'll toss the ball in. Hernandez, ball sent back to her. She's going to lose it in a little fight with the Falcon. The Falcons with the ball now at midfield. They turn the ball over as strong defensive play by Jade Riviere will recover the ball for the Wolverines. Riviere with the ball at the top of the Falcons zone. She's going to send it over to Hernandez. Hernandez looking to send it down deep in the corner to who I believe
I think that's number 14.
is Danny Wolfe. Yes, Danny Wolfe going to make her way out of the corner with the ball, and she'll send it high looking for Meredith Hackinson.
Just a little too high for her.
Quite deep in the zone, yeah, a little high. And Hackinson was deep, ball goes out, and the Falcons with the ball now. The goalie prepping to kick it out.
Bowling Green still setting up.
And that kick's not going to go too far. Still about halfway in Bowling Green's zone. But Bowling Green's defensive player number 2 will get a foot on it. Send it deep into the Wolverine zone. The Wolverines say, bing bong, it's coming back at you. They've got possession in the midfield. Meredith Hackinson, possession at the midfield. She's going to kick it towards the Falcons. Falcons recover the ball deep in their end. They send it deep into Michigan's end. Ball dribbles out, and we're going to have a Wolverine throw-in. Throwing in the ball is Skylar Anderson. She'll send it to Stratigakis. Stratigakis on the Michigan sideline.
Looks like
Ball
Bowling Green touched it last.
Yeah, ball's kicked away by a Bowling Green defender. Stratigakis, the ball comes back to her on the throw-in. And once again, the ball is kicked away by a Bowling Green defender. It will be thrown in by number 15, Sarah Bridenstine. Throw-in to the feet of Meredith Hackinson. Excuse me for the pause there. She'll lose the ball. The Falcons recover, and we're going to have a roughing call, or a foul rather, against Sydney Shepard, who's playing a little bit with her hands there on
A little too
defense.
much, it seemed.
Just a tad, doing a little bit more than the refs are going to let fly, and they've let a lot fly so far in this game. Bowling Green on the foul. They're going to have
It's been a lot of whistles and calls, and like I said, right before the half started, some yellow cards thrown around. But
absolutely.
you're right, they have also let a lot fly in this aggressive game.
Refs have let it fly. Bowling Green going to kick the ball in. We've got another whistle from the refs. This time, the Wolverines will have possession. We've got about 39 minutes remaining in the second half here. 6 minutes in already. And I'm sure these players are excited for that clock to tick down, because I promise you it is a cold one here in Ann Arbor. Wolverines with the ball heading in to the Falcon zone. Right now is number 21, Sydney Shepard. She's going to pass it over Meredith Hackinson. Hackinson, ball kicked away, but Sarah Bridenstine recovers the ball. She'll lose it shortly afterwards, however. The Falcons, they dump it down into the Wolverine zone. Ball, the Falcons, number 15 on defense, will kick it out of bounds. It's going to be a throw in deep in the Falcons zone, throwing the ball in for the Wolverines. Number 15, Sarah Bridenstine. She'll send it to 7, Meredith Hackinson. Hackinson's going to pass it over to 14, Danny Wolfe. Wolfe dribbling with the ball now. She's going to look for a give and go.
Just
to Bridenstine.
A little too much on that one. Hate to see it.
Barely, yeah. And that ball is going to trickle out the back end so that the Falcons goaltender will have the ball for a kick. 37:30 remaining in the second half again. Still Michigan 1, Bowling Green 0.
Michigan, I believe, has had one shot on goal on the half, giving their total shots on goal to 11 this game. Bowling Green with nothing so far.
Nothing so far for the Falcons. Absolutely not the start that they were looking for in the second half. They've been aggressive, but that aggressive play has not turned into zone time or possession time.
Or shots on goal.
Yeah. Any of those three subjects. The Wolverines going to recover a Bowling Green throw-in. With the ball deep in the Wolverine zone right now is Sydney Shepard. She's swinging it around the horn. She's going to send it to Bridenstine. Bridenstine finds Hackinson to her right. Hackinson's going to send it back to Shepard. Shepard will swing it around once again. Ball back to Hackinson's feet. Hackinson looking for Aaliyah Martin. Risky play there. Martin has to run up, get the ball. We're still at the midfield here, folks. A little bit of a tussle between a Bowling Green player and a Wolverine. That Wolverine being Lily Farkas will lead to a whistle and a Falcon ball just a few yards into the Wolverine zone.
You gotta wonder just how many whistles have been blown throughout this entire game. It has been
quite a few.
Alarmingly high number, I would imagine.
All right, kick is off. And the Wolverines will get ahead on it.
Managed to defuse that situation pretty
Absolutely.
well, it would seem.
And the Wolverines are on the run. Ball is back out at the midfield. We've got fans arguing about which direction it should go in. Refs are going to rule that it is Bowling Green's ball after it trickled out exactly at the midfield. Throw in from the midfield line is recovered by the Wolverines, and Sydney Shepard has possession now. She's going to pass it over to number 11, Lily Farkas. Farkas sends it over to Riley Laughlin. Laughlin back.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, Hackinson's going to pass it up. Way upfield, looking for Sarah Bridenstine. Ball goes out. It's going to be a throw-in. Now, who did you want to compliment there,
I didn't
Ryan?
want to compliment Hackinson there for a really great, steal from Bowling Green, going straight through the legs in an absolute clean way and ripping possession from that Bowling Green player.
This Wolverines offense is very aggressive, and they will take that ball from you if you don't protect it with your life. Wolverines looking for opportunities in front of the net off of a throw-in. Nothing's going to happen. Errant kick is going to dribble way out to a throw-in. That's right, a throw-in on the left-hand side deep for Bowling Green. Bowling Green throws it in, but the Wolverines managed to recover. That was some fantastic play by Nikki Hernandez. She almost fell on the ball there. Falcons managed to get a foot on it. They kick it out before Hernandez can do any damage. We've got a Wolverine throw-in deep into Falcon territory. Ball's going to be thrown in towards Riley Laughlin. Laughlin sending it back to Sydney Shepard. Shepard up in the zone, looking to find Meredith Hackinson.
Believe they're going to say that the ball, going to call handball. The referee is there.
It's going to lead to a Bowling Green ball deep in Falcon territory. Falcons not going to send it too far at first. Oh, and I stand corrected. There's the kick I was expecting. Ball rolling deep into Michigan territory. It heads all the way out. It's going to be a kick for Beal from the goal.
Just going to have a little bit too much power into it. There was a foot race to get to the ball, but managed to harmlessly roll out of bounds there.
And that almost was one of the best setups from Bowling Green we've seen so far. Again, with that send it deep and send someone to chase it fast. didn't quite work out. Ball was a little too speedy. This grass is short. It's cold. Just rolled right out.
And it's very windy, too. You got to remember that.
It is quite windy. All 3 flags on the flagpoles showing their colors today. Quite active. All right, kick in. The Wolverines with the ball at the midfield. A little bit of a tussle between Nikki Hernandez and the Bowling Green player. It's going to lead to a Bowling Green ball at the midfield.
You know, I said I hoped right at the half. I really hoped that there'd be less whistles blown. You know, cleaner game played this half, and about 13 minutes into the half, it really seems that is not going to be the case at all.
You are not going to get your wish, my friend. Very sorry about that. 32-27 remaining in the second half. 1-0 Wolverines. Still owning that spot on the scoreboard. Kick comes in. Wolverines going to recover, and it's going to be Hernandez.
Another whistle going to be called, but this time on the Falcons.
Wolverine ball about halfway into their zone. Far side from us, away from us. Making this kick is going to be Aaliyah Martin. She'll send it over to Sydney Shepard. Shepard taking her time right now in the backfield. She'll send it to Stratigakis. Stratigakis back to Shepard. Shepard now in the middle of the field, about halfway into the Wolverine zone. She finds Hackinson. Hackinson is going to find Skylar Anderson. Anderson has the ball kicked away from her. It goes out. That's off a Bowling Green player, so Anderson will make the throw-in. Bowling Green, however, recovers the throw-in, sends it down. That ball's intercepted by Aaliyah Martin, deep for the Wolverines. She sends it up to Stratigakis. Stratigakis looking for Hernandez. Hernandez, she finds Hernandez, and Hernandez scores deep in Falcon territory in the box. We just saw a fantastic setup from the Wolverines. All in the middle of the field, too. In the back end to the midfield, where Stratigakis managed to find Nikki Hernandez, who, as you know, is quite the playmaker. Wow.
Apologies, but man, that does not get any better than that. Does not get any prettier. I mean, I was sitting here, I was about to mention, you know, you got to wonder just how much time of possession Bowling Green has had this half. And I think it really shows on a goal like that Michigan has just taken complete control of this game so far.
Agreed. These are the goals that remind you why Michigan's style is so effective. By holding onto that ball, they're going to get more chances. That was only their second shot of the half. But when you have the ball, you have that possession time, you're bound to end up on the scoreboard. They do. It is 2-0 Michigan.
Well, hitting 31 minutes left in the half, it is going to be a tall order for Bowling Green to come back from, especially with still only 2 shots on goal in the half. And 2 shots on goal, period. 0 shots on goal in this current half, actually, for them.
Absolutely. So Michigan up 2. We're back to play now. The Wolverines looking to break into the Bowling Green zone with the ball right now. Bowling Green going to recover deep in their end. Kicking it back out. They're passing it around the horn deep. Deep dump from Bowling Green. Going to be a tussle at about midfield between a Wolverine and a Falcon. Falcons recover the ball. They take it into the Wolverine zone. They're still holding on to it. And getting to the lip of the goal right now is the Falcons offense. Number 30 with the ball. She sends it to her left at 22-22. Going to look far for a shot. No one there. It's quite wide of the net. Looks like she was looking for a teammate who was not able to make it to the front of the net. No work for Hillary Beal still. She'll get the ball, and it's going to be a kick for her.
I mean, 15 minutes into the second half, that's really the best look, best opportunity Bowling Green's had so far.
Definitely the best chance they've had so far, but still not much coming from it in a very quick, again, with the Wolverines recovering in terms of possession.
You gotta wonder, I mean, just how much time Bowling Green has actually had possession of the ball in this half, especially
This half, I'd put it
especially
at under 2
offensively.
minutes.
Especially offensively, it really feels like they have had zero, steady, stable control of that ball.
Agreed. Bowling Green with the ball now after Hillary Beal's kick went out of bounds. They had the throw-in. Throw-in recovered by the Falcons. They keep control. The Falcons looking to make something happen here. They're going to cycle it back. Number 21, their defender. The way back will look way upfield. She'll find a Falcon. Very close to the corner of the field. A little bit of a tussle for it. She'll send it to the front of the net, however. It is recovered by Sydney Shepard. Some great defense from her there. She kicks it out.
Michigan managing to avoid what could have been a very close disaster there.
Absolutely.
Preventing Bowling Green from getting a shot on goal. Still 0 shots on goal for the Falcons in this half. Really unacceptable, I think, when you're coming into the half down 1-0, and especially when you let Michigan start off so strong like that. I think Bowling Green has really got to change up their game plan, which doesn't really seem like they've done so far.
I agree, Ryan. Michigan with the ball now at the midfield, they've been the team that's truly been commandeering this game, commandeering the pace of this game. As they turn it over to Bowling Green. Bowling Green dumping it down low, but Sydney Shepard is there for the Wolverines. She has it. She's going to look back to Beal to slow things down. Beal going to send it over to Aaliyah Martin. Martin with the ball on the far side of the field, about halfway deep in the Wolverine zone. She's passing it around. Ball goes back to her. She's going to look towards Sydney Shepard. Sydney Shepard closer to us, approaching the midfield line now. She's going to send it up to Meredith Hackinson. Hackinson, give and go. She'll recover the ball back. She'll send it to Stratigakis. Stratigakis starting to move with the ball now. She's deep into Falcon territory. Looks to get a shot off. It's blocked by a Falcon defender. Falcon defender kicks it back out, where Hackinson recovers the ball, sends it back over to Stratigakis. Stratigakis now passing to Nikki Hernandez. Hernandez with the ball. She's making some space for herself, moving back. She's going to pass it off to Lily Farkas. Lily Farkas sends it back to Sydney Shepard at the midfield as Michigan resets.
Michigan absolutely continuing to dominate possession here after a second goal no less than 10 minutes ago.
Agreed. They're doing a good job holding on to the ball. Speaking of which, Skylar Anderson now passing it off to Meredith Hackinson. Hackinson finds Anderson. Anderson looking for an opportunity in front of the net. Tries to send it across. It's blocked by a Bowling Green defender who just knocks it out. We're going to have the Wolverines' 4th corner kick of the game, their first of the second half. As the clock continues to tick, we are down to 26 minutes remaining in the second half here in
Bowling
round
Green
1.
Is, really going to have to make something happen fast. Apologies for stepping on her toes there.
No, you're good. My toes are too cold here to feel anything. Anyways, corner kick in. Not much happens with it. A little bit of tussling for the ball in front of the net. It's going to be kicked out by a Bowling Green defender. However, Michigan recovers with the ball right now. Riley Loftman, she sends one deep. Nothing happens. Looking for a header in possibly with Sydney Shepard. She still manages to recover the ball, stolen away by a Bowling Green defender. However, the ball is going to be called out on Shepard. Bowling Green's goalie will have a kick.
Really good look on a header for the Michigan offense there. Unfortunately, just sails a little too over her head for her to get a make really solid contact with it.
Agreed. Another good setup by the Wolverines, however. Wouldn't be surprised to see them score another goal with 25 minutes remaining in the half, given the pace and intensity that they're playing at right now. And here's a give and go with the ball right now. Stratigakis at the lip of the box. She's going to pass it over to her teammate Kelly Lawrence, who's knocked on the ground.
Takes a second to get back up.
Yeah, Jade Riviere.
Thankfully, she appears all right.
Everyone seems all right on the pitch. Jade Riviere with the ball. She sends it over to Stratigakis. Stratigakis looks for Lily Farkas. Lily Farkas thinks she sees something with Sammy Woods. She does not. Sammy Woods will not get there in time. The Bowling Green Falcons goaltender recovers the ball in the box. So the Wolverines back up towards the midfield. Here's the punt from the Falcon goaltender. It's just over the midfield line. It's going to be headed by a Falcon and kicked way deep into the Michigan zone. She put a little bit too much on that kick, and Hillary Beal will have herself a goal kick. Most players once again lining up around the midfield area are going to give Michigan some room.
I do just want to point out, as we get roughly about a minute away to the halfway point of the second half, Bowling Green has yet to get a single shot on goal on the Michigan defense.
Yeah, not the greatest stat if you're a Bowling Green fan out there. You know, they're putting on a valiant effort in a lot of pressure when the Wolverines are in their zone, but they're just not putting on that forecheck against the Wolverines in the Wolverines' back end. They're not commandeering the game offensively. They're not dominating in possession time, and that's really what you need against a team as strong as Michigan.
Team is strong. Team is especially as aggressive as Michigan. They have been nonstop aggressive and excitement and anger all game.
Agreed. And one of their most aggressive players right now making a break in the middle, Sydney Shepard. She'll lose the ball. It comes back out. Michigan recycle once again. And Ryan, I think we've got some snow coming down on the pitch.
Oh, no. I do believe that is.
Ball dribbles out on the left end. It's going to be a Falcon throw-in deep in Falcon territory. Throw-in almost intercepted by a Wolverine.
Thankfully, it doesn't look like the snow is strong enough to really stick to the ground quite yet. But
Not too much strength, but
can you think of a better example of pure Michigan right now?
Man,
I certainly cannot.
No, this soccer complex is not kind to those who get cold easily. It is windy. There is not too much to block the wind. It's very nice. The stands are quite nice, but it's open. So I feel for all the players who are in just shorts and short sleeves right now. All right, we've got some action back on the field. Kick comes in. And Bowling Green sends it deep. A Bowling Green player almost has an opportunity on a fast break. However, she is stopped by Michigan's strong defense. Hillary Beal still doesn't have to touch the ball, and we've got a whistle on the play, likely an offsides. Michigan going to kick from deep. The kick over to Sydney Shepard. Shepard passes it along to Skylar Anderson. Anderson back to Strategakis in the middle of the Wolverine zone. Strategakis sends it up to Sammy Woods. Woods can't keep it on her feet, turns it over to Bowling Green, who turns it right back over to the Wolverines. The Wolverines have entered the Falcon territory. Coming in hot right now is number 6, Casey Lawrence. She'll get a shot off, and it's just wide. I'm not sure if you could hear the oohs and ahs of the crowd. Missing by just a few feet. That was a shot from about the middle of the Falcon zone.
Falcon defenders really could not get there. Seems a bit of a trying to play catch up, but just absolutely could not. Thankful that the shot managed to go wide right.
Ball back in play now. Falcons and Wolverines tussling for it at the midfield. The Falcons will win out here as they gain control just into Michigan's territory. Falcon defender is going to kick it deep, where Falcons racing for it, but Hillary Beal managed to get her hands on it first in the zone. She's holding the ball now at the lip of the net. She'll roll it over to Aaliyah Martin. Martin finds Hannah Blake at midfield. Blake's going to send it over to Sydney Shepard, still at the midfield. Shepard finds Sammy Woods, but Sammy Woods turns it over to a Falcon. And the Falcons come roaring back into Michigan's territory. The Falcons turn it back over to Sammy Woods.
Just as you say it.
Yeah, and Woods going to pass it to Lily Farkas. Farkas to Shepard. Shepard back to Beal. in net. Now Beal's going to kick it back out to Aaliyah Martin. Martin's going to take this ball up to the midfield where she finds Strategakis. Strategakis running with the ball down the left end. She's pretty deep into the Falcon territory now. She's going to have a give and go. Very deep in the territory now. She finds number 6, Casey Lawrence, open at the top of the box. Her shot goes just to the left of the net. 18:55 remaining in the second half now. Nice opportunity there for the Wolverines.
Absolutely. She had a good look on net. Tragically just managed to go a little too far to the left. But, 18 minutes and 40 seconds left. Time and opportunities are starting to run out, starting to run slim for the Falcons. Definitely going to need to get something going on offense if they want any chance of getting back into this game.
Absolutely. Ball back in play now at the midfield. The Falcon will get her foot on it. She's going to send it deep into Michigan territory. Don't you worry, Jade Riviere is there. She sends it back into Falcon territory where they're tussling for it just below the midfield line. Falcon's going to send it back into Wolverines territory. Number 2 for the Falcons, dribbling down. She looks towards the center of the pitch. The Falcon has it at the lip of the box in Michigan's zone. Still no action for Beal as they turn it over to the Wolverines. Lily Farkas racing for the ball in about the middle of the Wolverines zone. They're going to look towards Sammy Woods. Woods dribbling up towards the midfield. Things are getting a little rough as she crosses into Falcon territory. She gets by not one, but 2 Falcon defenders to give the ball to Strategakis. Strategakis is tripped up at the lip of the Falcons' net.
A whistle is going to be called there.
Whistle's called there. She's going to be in a prime spot to get a shot off right here.
Absolutely not what you want as a Falcon right now. Approaching 17 minutes left in the game. You cannot give Michigan those opportunities, especially as they have a 2-0 lead on them.
Absolutely. The snow starting to fall a teeny bit harder. Nothing sticking, not too noticeable, but you can see it in the air. It's a cold day here in Ann Arbor. Kick is going to come off the foot. Sorry, I cannot see the number right now. Here's the kick. It's going to miss to the right. The kick came from number 10, Hannah Blake. It was just to the right of the goal. Falcons will have the ball.
A real tragedy there. Snow is really starting to come down, let me tell you. Wow.
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry to interrupt you there. Correction on the kick going out. It's not going to be a Falcon ball. It was tipped by a Falcon. We're going to have a corner kick for the Wolverines, their 5th of the game. And yes, the snow really is coming down. I feel for these players on the pitch. Kick comes in. Wolverines and Falcons fighting for it. Not too much is going to happen. Number 17, Emily Layson, will get a foot on it, but it's going to go to the left of the net.
You gotta wonder how much the snow could affect the players. I mean, especially if you're a Bowling Green Falcon. 0 shots on goal so far in the half. Down 2-0. Coming on about 15.5 minutes. And this starts happening. I mean,
this weather
could be
can
a little
break the
disheartening.
Spirit.
Can absolutely break the spirit. Like
it's breaking
just
my
said.
spirit, man. It's cold here tonight. It's a cold one in Ann Arbor. We are back in play. Wolverines with the ball. We're going to turn it over to the Falcons, who will dump it into Wolverine territory, just about 10 yards past midfield. Wolverines will recover, specifically Sydney Shepard dribbling with the ball right now. She's taking her time. She's going to send it up back to Aaliyah Martin. Aaliyah Martin at the lip of the center circle. Martin's going to find Hernandez deep in Falcon territory. She'll pass it over to Lily Farkas. Farkas looking for Skylar Anderson. She'll complete that pass. Anderson passes it off to Blake. Blake looking for Kelly Lawrence in the Falcon box. Won't find her. Falcons goaltender will recover the ball. That was a little bit of a mix between a pass and a shot.
Yeah. Wasn't really sure what was happening. It did not seem like Michigan was able to get there in time. The goalie was there to scoop it up.
Ball back in play, a little bit of a tussle there on the far side away from us, right by the Michigan Ultras logo at the midfield. It's going to be a Michigan ball. 14 minutes remaining in the second period. 2-0 Michigan over Bowling Green in round 1 of the NCAA Women's Soccer Tournament.
Approaching 14 minutes left in the half.
In a great give and go. Leaves the ball with Skylar Anderson. Anderson crosses the field. She's going to find, and I'm sorry, I do not want to give you the wrong information on this play. A fantastic look across the field is going to find a Michigan player. That's what I'm going to leave it at until we get official confirmation. What a great look.
Just absolutely brutal half for the Falcons. Whatever adjustments, whatever talk they had at halftime in the locker room does not seem like it worked at all.
Did not work.
Michigan's 8th shot on goal of the half compared to the Falcons, 1 second, gonna have to do the math, 0 on the half. Yikes.
That was just aggressive, man.
Ooh, brutal. Yeah, apologies for any Falcons fans.
2 shots
potentially listening
all game from the Falcons is not what you need to beat the Michigan Wolverines. All right, here's the official word. Casey Lawrence scored that goal for the Wolverines. Number 6 was assisted by Skylar Anderson and Meredith Hackinson. A fantastic play. All around, Skylar Anderson able to look across the field, find a wide open Casey Lawrence who just tapped that one in like Happy Gilmore.
A whistle is going to be blown. Not sure what's happening. Talking to some Wolverine players, the referee is.
Seconds after we return to play here, most of the team still in formation for.
Not exactly sure what happened there, but Michigan will be prepared to throw it in.
Throw in for the Wolverines. Goes to Hannah Blake. Blake going to send it upfield to Nikki Hernandez. Hernandez finds Lily Farkas. Farkas deep into Falcon territory now. Going to send it back to Sydney Shepard, about halfway into Falcon territory. She gives it off to Blake, who is now at the lip of the box. She's cutting across, unable to cut in, sent towards the far side of the field where the Falcons recover the ball. An attempt to kick it out. The kick goes off the head of Aaliyah Martin, where the Falcons once again get the ball, give it to one of their own who starts breaking into Wolverine territory. They're going to look across the field.
Oh.
That was, frankly, what we just saw was a pass across the field looking for a Falcon. The Falcon, however, unable to get her foot on the ball in time. It was a great look. Not sure it would have led to a goal, but it would have led to a fantastic shot opportunity for the Falcons. Their first opportunity of the second half.
Compared to, I mean, all game, but especially this half with how few opportunities the Falcons have had, I'm sure that that's one they would just love to have back.
Yeah, 12 minutes remaining in the second half. They really need to start thinking about goals.
Barely behind her. Yeah,
now,
especially with a 3-0 Wolverine lead.
Yeah,
Apologies.
Absolutely. I'm not sure if any of you listening got the chance to check out field hockey today, but they had quite the comeback win where they scored 2 goals in 1 minute and 6 seconds at the end of the game to win and advanced in their NCAA tournament. And, you know, Bowling Green right now might need a little bit of that luck to score 4 to take this game with 12 minutes left. Wolverines up 3-0, of course. Ball is back in play, and it is going back and forth. Turnovers quite frequent at the midfield. Falcons will ultimately recover the ball, look to take it in to the Wolverine zone. They'll lose the ball.
A Bowling Green player is going to fall over, but referee will not be calling anything.
No call on the play. Hackinson passing it around the horn. Ball is going to end up at the feet of Lily Farkas. Still a few yards into Wolverine territory, and a little bit of miscommunication is going to turn the ball back over to the Falcons. Falcons player looks to dump it in. It goes off the back of Lily Farkas. And the Wolverines get the ball back once again. Carrying it deep into Falcon territory right now is number 7, Meredith Hackinson. Hackinson passes it off to Hannah Blake. Blake back to Hackinson, who's deep. Looks to the front of the net with an almost fantastic chance for Kelly Lawrence in front. Won't be there. Falcons going to send it back towards the midfield where Sydney Shepard is there as always to recover the ball. So swing it over to Aaliyah Martin. Martin slowing things down, looking for anyone that's open. She's going to find Nikki Hernandez. Hernandez at about midway into the Falcon zone. Still with the ball. She's been passing it around a little bit. Recovers it on the far end of the Falcon zone. She's going to swing it back to Aaliyah Martin, who will go D to D, finding Sydney Shepard. Shepard at the midpoint on the field, excuse me. Midfield, of course. Going to find Aaliyah Martin. Martin finds
Another great look on goal for the Wolverines.
a fantastic play there as Martin finds number, very hard to see the numbers tonight. I'm very sorry about this, folks. Finds number 11, that's Lily Farkas at the lip of the goal. Farkas shoots it just a foot over the net. The Falcons with the ball. Now their goalie with a goal kick.
Falcons are gonna need an answer, and they're gonna need an answer quick as we approach 9 minutes left in the half.
They're back down to single digits, not where the Falcons want to be. 3-0 Michigan. Kick in, goes off a Wolverine head and out of bounds. Falcons have the throw in about midway in their zone.
A whistle going to be called on the Wolverines there.
Falcons have the ball on the far end of the field, just below midfield, a few yards into their zone. 8:40 on the clock now. Looking for their first shot of the second half. They're going to punt it down, or rather not punt, but deep kick into the zone. It's going to hit off of a Falcon as she falls. This is deep in Michigan's territory now. We'll have a Michigan throw in deep in their territory, far side of the field.
Really just, I'd say, inexcusable stat for the Falcons in the second half. I mean, Michigan close to having, 9 shots on goal in the half, and 2 of them even going in. Bowling Green has not had a single shot on goal in the second half. You compare Michigan's 19 shots total and 5 corner kicks to Bowling Green's 2 shots on goal and 1 corner kick. I mean, it's no wonder the scoreboard looks like it does right now.
Michigan just frankly the better team in this matchup. Ranked number 2 in the tournament. Big Ten champions. This is what you expect from a top-tier program. Bowling Green has put up, as we've said, a valiant effort, but they're struggling offensively, getting dominated by Michigan's offense throughout the game. Michigan, their offense on display right now as Hannah Blake takes the ball across the midfield. She's just going to opt to dump it in where the Falcons goaltender will recover the ball at the lip. She's going to pick it up, the lip of the box.
Coming on 7 minutes left in the second half and presumably the game.
Ball is kicked down at about midfield where the Wolverines recover. They're going to send it back to Sydney Shepard deep in Wolverine territory. She'll swing it across the field to Skylar Anderson. Anderson loses control of the ball a little bit. And the Falcons gain control about midway into Wolverine territory. Tussling for it right now is Anderson, as well as Hackinson alongside a Falcon player. Falcons going to fall on the ball. We're going to have a whistle. Wolverines will get possession of the ball about 10, 20 yards into Wolverine territory.
Coming up on 6 minutes left in the half now. Continues to be a cold one. I am starting to see my breath up here in the press box corner, whatever you like to call it. Does appear that the snow has let up. I mean, at least from here.
Nice to see that snow let up.
The clock is going to stop, though. Something going on.
A little bit of confusion on the field right now. Sydney Shepard with the ball. She's having a discussion with the referee. Ref comes over, says something. Shepard looks like she's laughing it off. Whatever it said, clearly not too important. And Shepard's going to pass it to Hackinson. Hackinson sends it back to Shepard. Shepard looking upfield, finds Nikki Hernandez. Hernandez back to Shepard once again. Shepard, a playmaker for the Wolverines. She really sees the field well. As I say that, of course, she's going to send the ball out of bounds where the Falcons will recover it for a throw. And 5:40 left in the second half of the game. 3-0 Michigan Wolverines up over the Bowling Green Falcons. Bowling Green dumps it into the Michigan zone where Shepard heads it off. Skylar Anderson going to send it back over to Shepard. Shepard lets the ball roll to Aaliyah Martin. Martin kicks it out under pressure.
Excuse me. Just as I comment on the lack of snow, it comes down with a vengeance, I dare say.
Yes, we are back to quite some snow. It's quite fun, I have to say. A little bit of a winter wonderland at the Michigan Soccer Stadium. Ball kicked into Michigan territory from the midfield where the Falcons have possession right now. A little bit of a hot streak for them, you may say. As Skylar Anderson goes in to block a Falcon kick, the Falcon player trips on that ball.
Falcons unable to get anything done on a very solid look.
And the ball now back into the Falcon zone after Michigan defenders kicked it out in some strong forechecking.
It is
from Nikki
really
Hernandez.
coming down here now on the pitch.
Snow making its presence felt. You can really see it now.
I certainly hope our viewers, listeners, I should say, are warming up with a nice comfy blanket and a nice warm cup of hot cocoa.
All right, Ryan, you are making me cold right now. Ball is at midfield. Wolverines in possession now, not doing too much with it, though. Going D to D in the back end, trying to slow the game down a little bit. Skylar Anderson has two players on her quick. She's going to pass it off to Hannah Blake as they cross into Falcon territory. Still high in Falcon territory, however. Meredith Hackinson with the ball now. She'll send it off to Sydney Shepard at the top, or at the midfield. Shepard to Hernandez. Hernandez back to Hackinson. Hackinson going to not control the ball too well there. Falcons will recover. We've got a whistle on the play. Falcons going to have possession of the ball. 3:30 remaining in the second half.
Michigan maintains a very solid 3-0 lead on the Bowling Green Falcons.
And some fans are starting to trickle out here. The ending getting more and more predictable as more time passes. Falcons send the ball deep into Michigan territory. It's going to be fought for, ultimately recovered by a white jersey. Again, wearing white is the Falcons, wearing blue the Wolverines. And Skylar Anderson going to box out a Falcon offensive player.
Going to keep it from going out of bounds there.
Did a good job keeping it from going out of bounds. The Falcons did. They're unable to get a true shot off. The only kick they have about 10 yards wide of the net to the right side from the top of the box. A solid opportunity, their first of the half. And
even managed to get 2 shots on goal during that situation.
Which has doubled their shots this game. They are now up to 4. 2 shots in the half, 2 shots coming just now. Wolverines going to kick the ball. That's Hillary Beal kicking the ball as the ball went out on the Falcons. Who's now got the ball at about the midfield right now is Hackinson. Hackinson back to Skylar Anderson. Anderson's going to find Lily Farkas on a fast break into Falcon territory. Ball's going to go out or be kicked out.
Falcons going to choose to kick that one out of bounds. It appeared for a moment.
And the Wolverines throw the ball in. Hernandez kicking for the ball alongside a Falcon. Ball is going to go up in the air. The Falcons recover the ball. Eventually, their defense swinging it around. We are now under 2 minutes to go in the second half here from the UM Soccer Complex. Wolverines, Falcons fighting for the ball at the midfield. Falcons player falls, and the refs are going to call it Bowling Green ball.
Really cannot see many ways that Bowling Green can come back in this game. They fought valiantly, they fought hard, but like you said earlier, Michigan truly just was the better team tonight.
And you know, you can't go through a game only getting off 4 shots and expect to beat a team like Michigan. The Wolverines with 19 shots so far in the game. Of course, 3-0, 1:15 remaining on the board as the Falcons get off yet another shot coming from high in the Wolverines zone. Didn't expect too much to come of that over the net. They're getting a little desperate here as the clock ticks underneath a minute.
1 minute remaining in the game.
Snow really starting to pour down here on this field.
Beal with the ball. She'll kick it as far as she can. Falcons will recover the ball. One of them looking to get a quick shot off. That ball is blocked by a Wolverine. 35 seconds on the clock.
Michigan player Martin slow to get up on the play.
Little slow. That's going to stop the clock at 33 seconds remaining in the half.
Getting a little attention from the referee, but thankfully it appears that she'll be all right.
She'll be all right, and so will the rest of the Wolverines as they are headed to the next round of the NCAA Women's Soccer Tournament. Of course, very nice to have that home field advantage today. Here's Beal with the kick. Clock has started up once again. It's going to be headed by a Falcon out. Wolverine throw in.
20 seconds left in the half. Basically all but confirmed at this point.
Truly is soccer. Not one of those games where you can have too much happen this late in the game. Final 10 seconds on the clock. You can hear everyone counting down. The Wolverines advance in the tournament with a 3-0 win over the Bowling Green Falcons.
Absolutely expert win. Really could not draw it up any better. Really could not have hoped for a better outcome, winning 3-0 over the Bowling Green Falcons. Michigan will take on the winner of Harvard. I had it on my phone. I completely forgot the teams that were playing.
Now we know Harvard's in that game. They're playing Sunday. The winner of that game Sunday will play the Wolverines on Friday at home.
They'll be playing the winners of Wake Forest versus Harvard. Apologies. I had it in my head, and when the time came to say it, completely slipped my mind.
Yeah, Wake Forest versus Harvard. Game will be on Friday, and you can bet that we'll have coverage here at WCBN Sports, WCBNsports.org, and at WCBN Sports on Twitter. This game going exactly the way the Wolverines wanted it to. Very similar to those games against Penn State that we called earlier this year, where the Wolverines were able to dominate offensively in terms of possession time and get enough chances that it pays off on the scoreboard. 3-0, the final from Ann Arbor. I'm Owen Crain. My partner today has been Ryan Dolson. It's been a lot of fun spending some time with you. But we're going to go get in a warm car right about now.
Sounds great. Thank all of you so much for tuning in. It's been an absolute pleasure and delight.
And WCBN has a lot of Wolverine coverage this weekend and all next week as playoffs continue. A big football game against Penn State tomorrow from Happy Valley, being led by some of our friends here and our peers here at WCBN Sports. So keep it here. Keep with us. Keep checking out the feed. And we'll see you next time. Go Blue.